Good morning, and welcome. Happy Wednesday. For those of you that are new here, I am Jadi with Tired Mom School Digital on a journey towards financial freedom through digital marketing, and also here to teach you that you can absolutely start an online business, right, without the need of stressing, right, and find financial freedom, because the digital marketing industry is actually going to be worth billions by 2026 and trillions by 2030. So if you are not in the online space, I have no idea what is holding you back. Today we are going to be talking about mindset part 2. So if you are somebody that is in the online space and struggles with mindset, then you definitely want to stick around and learn, right, the attributes to building a strong mindset in the online space to keep you pushing, to keep you moving forward so that you can find that success that you want to see. Because it all is just not all about strategy. It's not all about coming out here and selling. It's about having a good mindset, finding the ways to adapt fast to this industry that is always changing, staying committed, staying true to yourself, understanding why you started. The why you started is going to be your biggest force to continue pushing forward. I am somebody that I like to reflect when times get hard. I really like to reflect on why I started my journey, because things do get hard. I feel like every other day I want to quit. I feel like there are days that I don't want to show up for my business. I don't want to, go live. I don't want to create a piece of content, but working on my mindset and always reflecting back on why I started this business, it gives me that motivation to continue pushing forward. Okay. So that's why I like to stress and I like to talk about why mindset is so important. And today I will be delivering part 2 of mindset, because yesterday we spoke about, being flexible and learning how to pivot when the time is right. You need to become a learner. Tina, Jolie, Emily, good morning. Shanna, good morning. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Good morning. So like I said, yesterday we spoke about being flexible, right? Because the digital marketing industry is always changing. So you need to learn how to adapt, right? And change things around. Thank you so much for my heart, me. Thank you, Jolie. We spoke about how you have to be a learner. You need to stay a student forever. Let's just say you went to school for law. Okay, the lawyers are always learning, right? Because they need to stay up to date with the laws, with the regulations and all of that. The same thing goes, for your online business, right? You are constantly need to be learning if you want to stay on top of like what's working and what's not. Taisha, good morning. Sweet Smiles, good morning. The same goes for an online business, right? You need to continue learning to make sure you are bringing to people the most updated information. How's it going, babe? How's that belly going? Pebbles, good morning. Celeste, good morning. I know you're almost there. You're almost to the finish line. Almost to the finish line, babe. I can just picture you. You're with the belly, trying to walk. One more month. I can't believe it. But you know what? The good thing is, Taisha, that you won't be pregnant for the summer. Because being pregnant in the summer, ay, Dios mío, let me just not even start. Let me not even go there. I remember how tough that was. So I'm glad you only have 1 month left to go. You got this, babe. You got this, babe. So like I was saying, right, and always like not doing this alone, right? I spoke about actionable mindset strategies, right? How you need to adapt one. Girl, I feel like a penguin. Oh my God, it's the worst. I was pregnant with my daughter in the summer. Yeah, I had a summer baby too. So in August. So mind you, the entire summer I was pregnant. I was like so ready and at my biggest too. So I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I feel your pain. But I'm just gonna wait a little bit more. But you know what? Now I'm done, over and done with. I have my 3 kids and I am done. And they are not all of them grown, but you know what I mean. You still have a lot to go, because your daughter is not that, not that big. I will be having my tequilas in the summer, period. Period, girl. Get it? So I'm just going to wait a few more minutes, right? Maybe 5 more minutes to see for all the rest of the ladies to join, because a lot to go. Yes, you got that right. Because let me tell you this, I was dancing, Jolie. I was dancing when I was taking my notes yesterday on this live. I was like, oh, girl, people are going to feel this live. So let me just share this out and make sure they join. 1 second. Like, you need to be in here. You don't want to miss this. 1 second. Let me just share this out to all my ladies so that they can jump on. Tina, Tiffany. Send it out. Melissa, buenos dias. Buenos dias. How's it going? How's it going? How's the business going? Okay. Let me tell you everything I got done yesterday. Priscilla, good morning. Everything I got done yesterday. So after I jumped off live, obviously I had my meeting in the morning. I had that meeting. Then my 10 a.m. was canceled. I was like, thank you, Lord. So I took that time. I took that hour. I recorded my Amazon review videos. I recorded 3 of them, okay? Then I went into the podcast app in my iPad, and I found Maya Washington, Shameless Maya, and I listened to 4 of her podcasts. And one thing that I did appreciate was the fact that her podcasts are not like an hour long. You know, I think the longest one was like 28 minutes. Okay, so when I tell you that I was productive as F yesterday, I was like, girl, by the time it was nighttime, I was like, I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed because I was so productive, right? But I'm just out here making sure that I am putting in the work, right? Because I preach, right? Which podcast? Her name is Maya Washington, Shameless Maya. So she just focuses on like mindset, on confidence, and showing up unapologetically you. Ay, Dios mío, can't even talk. I think it's the coffee kicked in because, Taisha, guess what I have next to me right now? I went and grabbed a venti caramel shaken espresso, period. Pin it. Okay, let me just 1 second. Let me pull it up here on my podcast so that I can tell you the exact name. No, thanks. Okay. Let me see. I'm happy you found. Yes, girl. Gwen, good morning. Good morning. So let me drop it right here. Reply. Shameless Maya. So I lied. Shameless Maya. Thank you so much for my heart. Shameless Maya is on YouTube, right? So she's on YouTube. So I went and I listened to some of her mindset videos, and then on Apple Podcasts, you search up. Let me just put it in parentheses so you don't get confused. Search up the mindset. I'm typing it for you guys to see. The Mindset Babe. By Perry Richardson. This is a new one that I found yesterday. Richardson. I also listened to her a little bit. And let me just say, going to listen while I'm at work, period. You listen. Yeah, so I listened to Maya on YouTube, and then I went into Apple Podcasts, and I just started searching for mindset and confidence podcasts, and I found the Mindset Babe, Perry Richardson. I am going to say, let me just throw this out there, that her voice is a little annoying. I just have to throw that out there, that Perry Richardson's voice is a little annoying, but I did like her episodes. And again, they were not long, but I just had to throw that out there. Okay. Listen, let me just play one of them quickly for you guys to understand what I'm talking about. Wait 1 second.
In the same career? How long have you been at your job?
No, not this one. Let me just listen to.
Do you consistently pay your bills? Do you have late payments on your bills? Do you think back to my earliest memory of seeing?
No, that is a guess that she has. So let me go one so that is just her talking. Bear with me 1 moment. Oh my God, no shame, girl. Okay, 1 second.
Welcome to the Mindset Babe podcast. If you want more confidence and motivation, then you're in the right place. Every week, get your dose of self-development of weeks or even days later. You're not alone. Staying focused and consistent isn't just about willpower. It's about understanding why we lose.
I don't know what it is. I just feel like she takes a long time. Lucinda, good morning. I just feel like she takes a long time. But again, she is really good. She's really good. Like, I listened to at least 3 of her episodes last night. So while I was cleaning the kitchen, I found her, and because the reviews on this podcast was like at the top. So I was like, this must be good. So just so you know, Marianne, good morning. So that's another one that you guys can listen to. And again, you can multitask. You can listen to this, while you're cooking, while you're doing laundry. I want you guys, because we are talking about mindset, to take the time to add this to your routine, whatever that looks like. But I need you guys to start working on your mindset, because remember, if we want to build a strong business, right, made out of bricks, we need to work on that mindset. Okay. Now, let's get this started. All I need you to do is tap that screen, right? So welcome to Let's Talk Mindset Part 2. Yesterday, we spoke about why mindset is everything in the digital marketing space. So I'm going to quickly recap what we went over on yesterday's live, so that for those that probably missed it, I'm going to listen to it today. Of course, that's fine. Thank you so much for my roses, Taisha. Thank you. So thank you so much for my rose, Gwen. So all I need you to do is tap that screen away while I continue to preach. Okay. So why is mindset crucial in digital marketing, right? As an entrepreneur, a positive and resilient mindset is crucial for navigating challenges, embracing opportunities, and driving success as it shapes your decisions, your actions, and overall approach to building a business. And remember what I said, 80% of success is all mindset, while the other 20% is just strategy. Okay. So we went over 3 of the most important attributes to building a strong digital marketing mindset. We went over being flexible, right? Learn how to pivot. Things are always changing in the online space. What worked last month might not work today. You have to be willing to switch things up when needed. Okay. Let me give you, Mary, good morning. Chrissy, good morning. Let me give you an example. Let's say you've been posting every day on IG and it's just not bringing in the leads. You're not getting the engagement on the content that you want, right? Instead of giving up, you can carry your content to TikTok or maybe FB or maybe YouTube and see how it performs, and boom, right? People maybe start noticing you. Your content might be getting, pushed a little bit more, because remember, it all has to do with where your persona is hanging out. And right there, that is a pivot, because instead of you just being upset at the fact that you are stuck in one platform, it doesn't mean that your content is going to perform the same exact in the other platform. So that's why I say you need to, once you get comfortable with one platform, you need to branch out to another one. Okay. As moms, right? Remember, we pivot all the time. One kid gets sick, the other has practice, and dinner still needs to be made. That same mindset helps in business. You don't have to quit. You just have to learn how to shift when things are not working. Okay. The attribute number 2 that we went over is be a learner. You have to stay a student forever, okay? You don't need to know everything right away, but you do have to stay open to learning. This is very important. The digital world doesn't stay the same for long, and we all know this, especially if you have been in this space for a little bit. Even if you're busy, try learning a little bit at a time. I want you maybe to, while you're cleaning or cooking dinner or folding laundry, I want you to go back to the courses that you invested your hard money on. Maybe they came out with a new module that you have yet to learn. Maybe you need to go back and revisit one of those modules to maybe you didn't catch the information the first time around, but maybe the second time around, you're going to be like, oh my God, like I can't believe the first time I missed that. I've done that all the time. Okay. Where maybe I'm struggling with mindset, so I decide to go back to the mindset module. Maybe I forgot a little bit about identity, so then I go back to the brand identity module. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm struggling with making sales, so I'm going to go back to the sales strategies module and see what I missed the first time around. But this time, either I'm listening in the background or I'm just like fully focused, sitting down with a notebook, a pen to be able to take notes, because that's how I retain information. But you need to do what works for you, okay? But always remain a student, okay? Always remain a student. When I jumped on, I was talking about this, the same about, lawyers. Lawyers are constantly learning the new laws, the new regulations, everything that goes on. So the same goes for a digital marketer. They can't stay stuck with what worked yesterday, because this world is constantly changing. It goes also for doctors, okay? For policemen, whatever it is, they are constantly learning. So we need to be doing the same as entrepreneurs, okay? We also spoke about attribute number 3. Don't do it alone, right? You need to build your circle. You can start alone. You're absolutely going to start alone, but you're going to build that community as you go. As you support your other digital marketing friends, they're going to be like, okay, this girl Jolie's always supporting me. Gwen is always supporting me, right? So I'm going to support them as well. And it just becomes like almost like a tradition or like a to-do list where when I see Gwen, right? When I see Gwen like interacting with my account, I'm going to take the time to go to her account and make sure I am also engaging with her, because this is the thing, right? On my For You page, because I have quite a little bit of followers, I'm not always going to see my besties. I'm not always going to see the people that I am constantly, helping on my live, right? So I might go on my For You page, and I hate scrolling on the For You page because you get lost in the scroll, right? So I'll just go and engage with the last couple of videos that I see. But 9 out of 10, those are people that I don't even have a relationship with, right? But I want TikTok to see that I am taking the time to engage in the app, because that's what they want that's what they want to see, right? So instead, I would have to physically go into Jolie's account and engage. I would have to physically go into Taisha's account. I would physically have to go into Gwen's account to interact, right? So that is what I mean, especially if you're a beginner. That's exactly what you need to be doing if you want your account to grow, is engage with others in your niche, okay? So you can either join a community, you can go live and start building your own community, your own tribe of women, or just anyone, Maria, good morning, that just wants to see you win. That is what I mean by not doing it alone. Okay, you're going to start alone, but you'll grow faster when you have people around you who get it, right? People that are doing the same thing that you're doing. I'm going to tell you a story. So yesterday, someone reached out to me, right? This girl is always, this is on IG. This girl is always engaging with my content, and I do the same, right? I do the same with her. And I noticed that I hadn't seen her post, right? And she was congratulating me for my SWC module. So I said, hey, I haven't seen you post. Is everything okay? She shared a personal story. And I said, oh my God, I am so sorry, right? You never know what somebody else is going through. And she goes, can you believe that I thought I built my community, and no one from the community that I thought I built reached out to me, despite the fact that I posted what I what I was going through in my stories. And I said, I am so sorry that you went through this. And I kind of like just took the time to send her a long voice memo. And I said, I'm sorry, you know, you're part of my community. If you need anything, just don't hesitate to reach out. And she was like, I don't know what it is, but you are by far the most genuine person that I have met in this space. And I was like, stop it. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? So that is what I mean by finding your circle. Okay. Finding your circle. I can attest to this, right? Whenever, let's just say that I post in my stories, I told you guys that I was going to go live and then I posted my stories. I had to cancel the live because I'm not feeling good. Guaranteed that if you guys that normally jump on my live see that in my stories, every single one of you is going to either send me a message saying, you know, I hope everything is good, feel better. That is the type of community that I have built because of what I come out here and I do every day, which is serve. Okay, so you see the power of just building that, and that you guys are gonna be able to build that when you mind your business and you focus on serving. Okay, when you focus on serving, I don't feel like I am the most important person in the world, but when you have people reaching out to ask how you're doing, is everything okay? You know, you got this. Don't worry about it. That for me, that's a lot. That speaks volume, okay? So that is what I want you to build, is your community. You don't need a big crowd. You just need a few people that you can count on for when you're feeling down. Thank you, Gwen, for my heart puff, okay? That is exactly what I need, okay? Now, we also went over the actionable mindset strategies, right? That I said that you can apply. You can either add daily affirmations, right? I am capable of building the life I deserve. I am consistent, resilient, committed to success, right? I attract opportunities, wealth, and success every day. I also spoke about maybe a visualization exercise where you start visualizing the life that you want to build. Or maybe that might look like you creating a daily win journal where you are writing down what you feel is a win for you, whether it's I got a new lead, I was able to beat the fear and go live. While that was like, I created my first piece of content, I showed my face, and I'm a faceless account. That is what I mean by just like being grateful for whatever you took the time to work on every single day, right? There's also a growth mindset mantra that you can repeat to yourself every single day, right? I am growing, I am learning, I am unstoppable. And last but not least, you need to learn how to turn the negativity around, right? So instead of saying this isn't working, I want you to write it down, and then I want you to rewrite it with a positivity. So maybe that might look like I'm learning what doesn't work, which brings me closer to what does. Okay, so you can adapt one of them. I'm not telling you to adapt all of them, but I want you to adapt one of them and start working on that every week, or maybe switch it around. Every week you try something different. Okay, now that I recapped some of what we went over yesterday, let's get this party started with part 2. Okay. Today's live is going to hit a little deeper because we're talking about the real work behind the scenes, right? The mindset you need to keep going, keep growing, and keep building your digital marketing business. But please hold, let me just take a sip of my coffee. 1 second. So please tap away and I got you. This is what we're going to be talking about today, right? Why empathy always wins. We're going to discuss why you need to be patient for results, but never stop showing up, right? The importance of doubling down on what's working, okay? Why using your data is smart, but not obsessing over it is not. And most importantly, how to stop letting other people's success or your self-doubt hold you back, okay? So I want you to grab your coffee, your tea, get comfortable, and let's get this party started. And we're gonna build your mindset muscle, right? This is very important as well. Let's remind ourselves, we're not just building a business, we're building belief in ourselves, okay? And don't worry about taking notes because I will be adding this replay to my YouTube channel so that you can reference back to it, okay? So number 1, why empathy wins. Okay, let's talk about something that's often overlooked in digital marketing, which is empathy, right? You are probably asking, what does empathy have to do with mindset? Well, guess what? It has to do everything, right? Empathy is about showing up in your content, your offers, and your brands with the intention to help and connect, not just sell. Remember what I was saying, how we're not going to be out here just shoving a course down people's throat, right? Because we're actually pushing people away. They're going to be like, oh my God, this girl is desperate, right? Empathy also means understanding people, okay? It means actually caring about your audience, okay? Your clients and even your competition. When you lead with empathy, your brand doesn't just become another page on the internet. It becomes relatable, real, and human. And that is exactly what happened yesterday when I reached out to that girl, right? And she told me, you are the most genuine person I have met in this space, right? Because of the way that I present myself, right? I make sure that my brand is approachable. And I get that a lot. I don't just get that from her. I get that a lot where people say, I don't know what it is about you, but you just give me that vibes that I can trust you, that you really want me to win. And that's exactly what I want. Because remember, guys, your win is my win and my win is your win. Okay? I want you to ask yourselves, right? Am I listening to what my audience needs? These are questions that you need to be asking yourself, right? Am I creating content that helps them or just sell to them? What kind of content? Remember, this is something that I talk about frequently, where before you post a piece of content, you need to be asking yourself, what are they gonna get out of this reel? Are they gonna, Somali, good morning, Hallie, good morning. What are they gonna get? Are they gonna feel something? Right? Are they gonna learn something? Are they going to want to take action? So those are questions that you need to be asking yourself, right? Am I treating this like a relationship or a transaction? Okay. When you operate from a mindset of empathy, you actually stop worrying about your competition. Okay. You focus more on making connections, right? And you build deeper trust with your audience. I promise you. That's why I tell you all the time, mind your business, okay? Mind your business, right? And here's the truth, right? Good morning, Mama. Finally finished your module. I really appreciate how you take the time to explain, period. Period. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Let me just clap for myself because I did that. I did that. That's exactly what I wanted you guys to get out of it. Not feel confused, right? But understand, right, what I'm talking about. Wait. Okay, hola Lisa, buenos dias. Okay, so here's the truth. People don't buy from logos, right? They buy from people, okay? The moment someone feels seen, heard, or understood by your content, you already won their trust, okay? So let empathy lead your strategy. That's how you build loyalty. That's how you build a brand that lasts. And remember, we are in this for the long haul, okay? So start using your comment section and DMs as market research. What's working, what's not just for making sales, but to understand what your people need the most help with. Okay, Brenda, good morning. Okay, and why does mindset matter here? Why does it matter, right? You have to believe that serving first will always lead to sales later. Okay, that makes so much sense with empathy, period. Lucinda, did I say that I was not going to be preaching today? I was not playing around. Good morning, Trixie. I was not playing around, right? You need to have a mindset of abundance, knowing there's enough room for you and everyone else in this space, because the reality is that there is space for all of us. You might think that this space is oversaturated, but it's not. Like, the digital marketing industry is going to be worth billions by 2026 and trillions by 2030. It's just a matter of time before we all get a piece of that pie. Lisa, good morning. I never really thought about it that way. I got you. I just make you think differently. I just make you guys think differently. Okay? Another thing is that people can feel your energy through your content. And when you come from a place of love, value, and care, you are just meant to win. You are literally meant to win. Empathy just isn't just about them. It's about who you are choosing to be as a business owner, okay? So ask yourself, am I creating content with care? Am I answering questions people aren't even asking out loud? Chris, good morning, right? Am I showing up as someone who gets it, right? Because if you want to sell the solution to their problems, you need to come out here and educate. Okay, empathy creates community, and community creates conversion. Period. Thank you so much for my heart, me. Thank you. I love when you're talking to me. Period. Amarilis, good morning. Period. Thank you, Dalisa. Yes, let me take another sip of my cafecito. 1 second, because I don't want to drink water. Okay, let's keep going. Now, okay, before I keep going, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Good morning, babe. Any questions for me? Okay, I'll keep going. So number 2, be patient when waiting on results, but never stop showing up, okay? Yes, you need to be patient. I know it's hard because I've been there, okay? We want results like yesterday. I know I did, okay? I used to stare at my follower count or bank account and wonder, why is this taking so long? Like the amount of times that I looked at my stand store and I was just so disappointed and so discouraged because I would see people just flashing their stand store, right? Sandy, good morning. And showcasing how much money, Cassie, good morning, babe. I hope you're feeling better. And showcasing how much money they had made. And yet my stand store was sitting at 0 for like the longest time. Like, I'm like, what? Oof, that's it. Be patient, but showing up, period. Hey, good morning. Yes, disappointed right now. I'm so sorry to hear that, Sandy. What's going on? You know what I mean? And I was like, I just need to trust the process. But I did not have a strategy, right? I did not have somebody teach me how I had to present myself. And I've been very open about this. I had to figure all that out on my own. No sales yet. And I understand, Sandy, how you would get frustrated. But if anything, like instead of you getting frustrated or disappointed, I want you to take that drive of not getting any sales and remember your why. Remember why I tell you guys all the time that I need you guys to have, thank you so much, Shannon, for the follow. I need you guys to have your whys written down. Because when you start this business and you are not seeing the results that you want to see, you start thinking, this isn't for me. This is not going to work. I want to quit. And remember that quitters never win and winners never quit. Okay, and I get it that it's easier said than done, but I promise you this, and everything I come out here and I preach, it is from my own experience. When you work on mindset, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Let me give you another example for you to see exactly what I mean. There's this mom that I met on Threads. She just loved my vibes. We connected. We ended up following each other on IG. And guess what? We are now each other's cheerleaders. I cheer for her. She cheers for me. It took her an entire year to make her first sale. But guess what? Now she has her own community and started her own thing. Okay, that entire year, instead of her being frustrated about the fact that she hadn't made any money, she found that drive to create her own community, go out there, because she had now she had the strategies from all the courses that she purchased. She had the strategy and the means to create her own community. And she is thriving now with her own community. So instead of her selling, Angie, good morning. Instead of her selling other people's courses, she is actually selling her community. Okay? Her community. When you guys just stop focusing on making the money and coming out here to serve, I promise you are going to find what works for you. What works for you. I tell you guys all the time, my intention is not to sell a course the rest of my life. That is not me. I have way too many plans. I have way too many energy, but I will, Samantha, good morning. I will apply whatever I learn to maybe start my own mentorship. But guys, I also have to be mindful that I have a full-time job that I really, really enjoy. So I only do this part-time. I only do this maybe less than part-time, right? So grab that energy, grab those skills that you learn, and maybe create your own thing. It could be a low ticket product, it could be, right? But I'm testing things out. Instead of me jumping straight into creating my own community, right? I'm gonna start small. I started with my TikTok guide that I created, my mini course. Then I went and I got really good at creating hooks. So then I created my own hook guide. Then I created my own affiliate hook guide. You see what I mean? You need to find what works for you, what you have expertise in, and run with that. Okay. And I'm not telling you, if you really want it to work, instead of you just going out there and selling it, have people within your community that you trust say, hey, Odalisa, can you test this guide out for me? Go apply everything that I am teaching and tell me and give me your honest review. Okay. And then you can start charging for it. Listen, this girl started my strategy and she has been able to see the success. That's exactly what I did before I started charging for my hook guide. You will find what works for you. So please don't get disappointed. Keep showing up, right? Maybe showcase what have you learned inside the course that you invested your money in. What high income skills do you know now that you didn't before? How is that product gonna be the solution to our target audience's pain point and storytelling? Okay, tell them, where were you before you started this journey? You know what I mean? Okay, so let me continue. Sorry. So again, you need to be patient. I know it's hard. We want results yesterday. I know I did. Okay, but you need to ask why this is taking so long, right? You're going to ask yourself that, and that's okay. But here's the truth. The ones who win in this space are the ones who keep showing up even when it's quiet. Even when it's quiet. I was doing that with my customized photography and found some people just want free. And that is true. A lot of people just want free information, right? Like, let me just say something. The people that never buy from you are the ones that want to just suck the life out of you. Okay. And I'm just going to say it because it is the reality. Okay. It got to the point that I had to set boundaries. Because the people that refused to buy from me, but then purchased from somebody bigger because they thought they were going to be as big. And then they came back to me because they weren't getting the attention from the creators they purchased from, is the people that require more from you. Okay. Odalisa, you know, I am speaking facts right now. For those of you that have been in this space, you know for a fact I am speaking facts, okay? So what did I start? Like, when I tell you that every time I would go into my DMs, it would be, and I'm like, wait, but I warned you about this. And I would just take time to answer. But then I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't listen the first time around. And that's why I had to add the ask me anything in my stand store. I was like, if you want me to take time, because I am a person that I over deliver, I am going to sit there with you and explain it to you until you understand it, until you get it, until you're like, oh, that's what you meant, okay? And that is exactly why I added the ask me anything in stand store. You want my help, and I'm not your mentor, you can most certainly go ahead, pay $10 and I will answer up to 3 questions that you have. I got you. And I'm going to make sure I over deliver. But I can't come out here and not be available for my mentees, but you want me to be available for you when I told you exactly what to look out for. And I'm not being mean, but I'm just being realistic. And I also have to set boundaries, and people need to respect my time. It's just what it is, you know? Isma, good morning. Okay, so you won't always see immediate growth, but your consistency, I promise you, is planting seeds, okay? And here's what I learned, right? Yes, you need to be hungry. Yes, you need to want more, but don't quit because it's taking time. You need to keep posting every day when no one is clapping for you, okay? Clap for yourself, okay? As a businesswoman should, period, Trixie, okay? And Gwen, right? Keep learning even when your growth is slow. Keep believing even when doubt creeps in. That all has to do with you having the right mindset, okay? Your consistency is building a foundation. Remember that foundation I was talking about? Morning love, I joined the Amazon reviews community yesterday. I'm excited for you, Isma. Wait. You're going to love love it. Let me know your thoughts because I know you're going to love it, okay? So remember, okay, you need to be patient, okay, about your result. Let it push you to work harder if you haven't gotten any results, okay? But don't let it rush your journey. This isn't fast food success, right? This isn't a sprint, right? It's a full course meal. It takes time to cook something that tastes like freedom, period, okay? Period. Yes, I had someone ask for my help after she was ghosted by a six-figure earner. And guess what? And can I just say, Sandy, if you took the time to help that person, right? That person might be one of your biggest cheerleader. I am never one, like, I know when somebody needs the help, and I know when somebody's trying to take advantage of me. I don't know what it is, but I just learned the hard way, and I of course need to set boundaries. There are people here that haven't purchased a single thing from me, but I take my time to help them, and those people are always rooting for me, like, oh my God, thank you so much, like, like I was almost about to quit until I listened to what you were saying. Okay, and maybe start going live and invite her to your live, Sandy, and say, hey, I go live Monday, Wednesday, thank you so much, Cass, for my heart me. Just say, Roxanne, good morning. Yes, I did help her. I felt bad. Good. And you never know. Maybe one day when you create your own product, right? Maybe because you helped her, she's going to feel compelled to go purchase that product because she's going to remember the time that you helped her when she was mainly in need. Okay, those are the things that you need to think about, but never let anyone take advantage of you. Okay, that's the difference there. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Let me just catch my breath. 1 second. Okay, so why does mindset matter here? Of course, I'm going to bring it back to mindset, period. Online marketing. Yeah, good morning, Damien. Then I did a post about ghosting. I support Jadi always. She has always helped me even before I purchased a thing from her because that's just the type of person that I am, okay? And I knew you needed my help, right? And I knew you wasn't going to take advantage of me. Thank you so much, babe, for my heart me, right? So this part of the journey will test you, okay? This part of the journey, thank you so much for my team bracelet, the not making money is going to test you, I promise you. If you don't develop a strong mindset, you'll think it's not working when it actually is. It's just taking a little bit of time, right? You'll quit right away before it gets good. You'll stop showing up because you let frustration lead instead of faith. Okay, you let frustration lead instead of faith. Am I preaching or am I not preaching? Thank you so much, Cass, for my goal. Okay, so you need to build a patience. Patience is a mindset. It's believing my time is coming. Okay, what I'm building is worth waiting for. Okay, the work I'm doing now will pay off later. Okay, Lucinda is feeling what I'm saying right now because she dropped the mic. Okay? Every time you post, even when you're tired, you're strengthening your belief in yourself, okay? Let me just say this. Had I quit when I lasted 6 months with absolute no money, like nothing, and I was showing up every single day, I would have never been able, right, to see the success that I've been able to see now, right? But it all helps when I started working on my mindset. And that is why I have to I didn't do not just a part 1. I have a part 2 of why mindset, it is so important. Guys, 80% of your business is mindset, while the other 20 is strategy, consistency, and all of that. Okay, so please work on your mindset. Please take it very serious. So stay the course, okay? You're not invisible. You are in the making, right? We don't want to be like these big creators that make a shit ton of money, that they made a shit ton of money for a couple of months and then you never hear from them. What happened? What happened to that? That's not the kind of business you want to build, where you're relevant as fuck and then all of a sudden, like, where is she? Like, where is this? Exactly. Okay. That's why it's okay that it's taking you longer. Okay. But you are building a sustainable business out of brick. We're not creating a business out of paper or cardboard. Okay. We're creating a business out of bricks. So that when that storm comes, remember what I said yesterday? It's gonna stand strong as F, period, okay? Big creators put you in a community, and that's it. And that is why I refuse, Sandy. I refuse. As much as people want me to create a community, create a chat, I refuse to just throw people in a chat. If you buy from me and you need my help, I want that personal interaction. I prefer that personal interaction. I'm going to DM you. And if you follow me on IG, I am a person that I love sending voice memo because it's more personable. Okay. That is just me. So that's why I have yet to just create a chat to throw all my students in there, because I want a you and me interaction. And that is going to help me long term. Okay. So you guys need to start thinking about it the same way. Telegram is, yes, Telegram. A lot of people have Telegrams, and I've heard like they get frustrated because they're put in a Telegram and their messages get lost, right? Because there's so many people trying to ask a question. So I prefer not to do that. But again, that is just me. That's just me, and that's how I want to run my business, okay? Number 3, right? Double down. It is. Double down on what's working for you, okay? This right here is an absolute game changer, okay? One of the smartest things you can do is recognize what's already working and do more of that, okay? It's easy to look around and think you need to keep switching things up, chasing trends, or copying someone else's formula, but here's the truth. Your audience is already telling you what they love. You just have to listen. You need to pay attention. WhatsApp is another one. Yep, it's another one where they throw you in there. If Darrell, good morning. If your audience is vibing with your story posts, do more of them, okay? If one reel went viral, I want you to take the time to analyze it and create more, okay? You can even recreate the same exact reel, right? But instead, change the background. Maybe pick another video and use the same text on screen, okay? It went viral for a reason. Maybe they connected with the story you were telling. Thank you so much for my heart, me. Thank you, right? That is exactly what you need to do. If you're getting great engagement when you speak from the heart, then create more talking videos, okay? That is exactly what you need to be doing, okay? Let me just take a sip of my water, please hold. Okay. I find that with my posts, some attract more attention than others. Okay, Lucinda, so let me pause here for a second. You need to analyze that video. Thank you so much for my finger heart, Gwen. You need to go back and analyze that video. Check what you did in that video, right? What you said in that video. What did you write on the screen that made people interact more or grab people's attention? That is exactly what you need to do. And grab that same video, screenshot it while you have the text on screen, and tell ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, this video performed really well for me. Can you create maybe 3 to 4 versions of this same exact videos and test it out that way and see how it works, okay? Because remember, and if you want to just do the same video all over again, but definitely you want to change the background. Use another video, but use the same like text on screen and the same captions, right? And repost it. And that's okay. Don't feel like you're being repetitive, because remember, a lot of people don't see our content the first time around, okay? Again, a lot of people don't see our content the first time around. So it is okay for you to be extremely repetitive, okay? Now, don't stop doing what's working just because you saw someone else doing something different, okay? Focus on you. Don't get sidetracked by these gurus telling you this is working. You need to be posting at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. That's a lie. If you want to know when you should be posting, you need to be paying attention to your analytics. That is something that I have taught you guys as well. Look at your analytics and then you go from there. That is what should tell you what time you should be posting, okay? Now, you need to stay in your lane and run your race, okay? You can absolutely try new things, but always double down on your winning moves, okay? Okay, my growth doesn't need to look like anyone else's. Okay, it needs to look like myself, because you just focusing on you, that is what's gonna make your content authentically you. Okay, I didn't think about the chat. Oh, girl. Odie, good morning. Listen. But I'm here to tell you. I'm here to teach you. Yes, ChatGPT should be your personal assistant, period. Ashley, good morning. Why does mindset matter here? Why does it matter? Like I said, mindset has to do with everything, right? It takes a solid mindset to trust yourself, right? To believe that what you're doing is good enough, to quiet the noise and focus on your wins, no matter how small they feel, okay? This mindset helps you block out comparison, make confident decisions, and stay grounded in your own strategy. I get it that it's easy for us to just like go and invest on this new course, go and invest on this coach, guys, I need you to understand that these big creators, it's easy for them to say that something is working, and it's easy for them to point out that their strategy is the only thing you need. But can I just say that all the big creators that are making a shit ton of money are gonna say the same thing? Have you noticed that? Or is it just me? Have you guys noticed that? And they get greedier by the day. I was just talking to Cass about this yesterday. Okay, how these big creators, they start making money, and all of a sudden, right? Everything, they just have the strategy for everything out there. And guess what? A lot of desperate people are gonna buy into it, because why? They're desperate. They are absolutely desperate. So they are taking advantage. Chris, you know I'm talking the facts over here, because I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing, right? A lot of big creators, that's exactly what they do, because they already know they're going to take advantage of the fact, right? They're going to take advantage that these people out here are struggling, and because they have made so much money, right? They're gonna say, I have the perfect formula for that. And when I'm talking about it's like product after product after product. Yesterday, they were talking about how this is going to make you go viral. Today, they're talking about what's going to allow you to grow. And tomorrow, they're going to talk about how you're going to make instant sales. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, but that's just the reality. It's because they're making a shit ton of money that whatever they spit out, their already warm market is going to buy from them. Okay, let me repeat that again. Their warm market is going to continue to buy from them, because they are also desperate. So guess what's going to happen? They're going to continue making a shit ton of money. And because they just made a shit ton of money, they're going to keep saying, see what I mean? See what I mean? And you guys are still holding back when you should be in here? Come on now. Yes, they go to ChatGPT and give you a strategy that you could do yourself. But you don't know better. But you don't know that. You don't know that if you take the time. I don't easily get convinced. But let me tell you something. Let me speak facts over here, okay? At the beginning of my journey, tell Jari, period. At the beginning of my journey, I was just buying everything out there. Again, I only speak from experience, because I was desperate. Remember that second creator I told you guys that I purchased from? I purchased 2 courses from her, and then I went and purchased everything in her store, because I thought she had something on SEO. She had something on email marketing. I went and I purchased everything, because I'm like, oh my God, this is what I need. This is what's going to help me succeed, right? Her SEO guide was $27, and I don't give a damn what nobody tells me. That was shit. That was a piece of crap. That was a waste of my money. I'm like, shit, I could have bought 3 Starbucks coffee with these $27. Okay, maybe 4. Okay. Like, what? It was a 4-page, guys. It was like, I have never been so upset at investing my money in something that when I opened up that freaking guide and it was 4 pages, I was like, stop. I was like, shut the front door. Like, this girl charged me $27 for 4 pages. And it was like information that was on Google. Like, what the F? Listen, I'm getting a little loud because just when I remember my $27, you know what I mean? And I did not learn a single thing from it. I think that's why till this day, if you guys see my face, I am red right now just talking about it. Okay? That is what I mean by don't get sidetracked. Work on your mindset. It should be a priority that you take the time every single week to work on your mindset. So when people try to come to you and pitch something to you, you are ready to ask the question. Okay, I have this, right? Listen, the amount of people that try to pitch at me, I'm like, how is that different from this and that? They thought, right, that this Jody over here, she knows her shit, right? So whenever somebody tries to come, and it's like big creators that come and say, hey, like this product just came out, it's so good. And in my head, I'm like, that product just came out, right? Just came out. Why is it so good? There's no freaking way that you just completed that entire course. You need it. Tell me why. So they get mad at the fact that I question them, right? But I need to educate myself because that's my money. That's my money that I'm getting ready to give you, okay? So that is what I do. I prepare. I ask the question. I'm like, how is that different? And I analyze. No, I have that in UBC. I have that in SWC. No, I have that in the collective code. No, I don't need it. I don't need it because I already have it. That's what you want to be doing. Telling them, and you're never gonna know that if you don't take the time to educate yourself, if you don't take the time to learn the information inside the course. It's easy for them to tell you, just like I tell everybody, right? I am a person that when I want to learn something, I like to go all in, right? SWC has an Amazon reviews module, right? But I felt like I was missing something. So what did I do? I went ahead and I invested on a course that is strictly for Amazon reviews, right? Because I am just so passionate about that. When I learn, I want to learn the right way. I don't want to be like overthinking, I don't want to be, and I want to hear from experts. Exactly. Yes, I did that. Felt like an expert with questions. You know what I mean? Like I want to learn from the person that it's like trending. So I met this mom. I was following this mom. She was known to be like the Amazon queen. All the moms that I was seeing thriving, talking about Amazon reviews had purchased this course. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to get, you know what I mean? So I ended up getting actually the course through Unwrap, right? And I learned from it and I loved it so much that I was like, wait, I need to invest in this product. And when I tell you it's like such a good product, but that's what you need to, if you don't take the time to educate yourself, if I didn't review the module inside SWC, I would have never known that I was missing information. Okay. But that's why you need to take the time to learn. Okay, your business doesn't need 100 ideas. It needs you to master the few that already connect with your people. And you can't master something if you keep starting over every freaking week, or if you continue to invest on the hottest thing because you have FOMO. Okay? Espérate. Wait, I got a paid mentorship and received a 30-day strategy, no sales, and then I asked for another 30 days. Let me tell you, listen, Sandy, I know what you mean. When I was in the high ticket affiliate space, I paid for a mentor, and I told you guys how much I paid, crazy amounts of money. And the only thing I learned from that individual was that he told me that I was too much, right? That I need to tone it down, and who my target audience is. That's the only thing I learned from that mentor. Okay, these mentors, right? These paid mentorship, like I don't know. You never get the full education in one module. Sometimes you need something solely focused on that. I agree with you, Cass. I am a firm believer of that. Say it again and louder. I got you, Dalisa, right? Your business doesn't need 100 ideas. It needs you to master the few that already connect with your people. Thank you so much for my rose. And you can't master something if you keep starting over every week and investing on everything out there. You can't. You can, because you are afraid of FOMO, okay? Because you have FOMO, I'm sorry, okay? That was me, guys. And again, I am speaking from experience. That was me. Every time something came out, I felt the need that I needed to invest in it because I hadn't made any money. So I'm like, that's it. This is it. That's exactly what's going to help me make my first sale. I am not telling you not to invest in yourself. No, because sometimes investments are necessary for you to learn, but be very strategic about it. Be extremely strategic about it. Why? Okay, if you have 5 high ticket courses, why are you confusing your target audience with 5 high ticket courses? Instead, do yourself a favor. Really, really grab the 2 that are really differentiate each other, right? And then like that, you don't confuse them. Okay, so this one teaches you multi-streams of income. This one teaches you how to brand and market yourself, right? That's what I can say when people ask me, what is the difference between UBC and SWC? You know what I mean? I don't need paid mentorship. I work full time, so I realized I gave to refocus. I needed this today. Oh, Lucinda, I am so glad this was helpful. I am so glad, right? I am here to tell you guys that it's just a matter of time. Focus on you. And by you taking the time to learn, but also like work on your mindset, right? It's going to help you get to where you want to be. It could be like, when my mentees reach out to me and they're like, oh my God, like I got my first lead. That's an excitement for me, because whatever strategy they're working on is bringing in the leads. And those leads are not going to turn into a paid client instantly. But the fact that they got a lead is that something they said in that reel resonated with them. So they're doing something right. So mind your business and focus on your journey. Okay? You need to learn how to take the pressure off. You need to learn to look at your wins, the saves, the comments, the shares, and run with them. You don't need a new strategy. You just need to trust the ones that's already working for you. I celebrate you too, babe. Period. Remember why again, and you always have to go back to why you started this. Why you yes, and again, mindset is 80% of your business, right? And the other 20 is strategy, consistency, and all of that. Okay, so use your data. Number 4, but let me just take a sip of my coffee. 1 second. Keep tapping that screen. Keep tapping that screen. Okay, wait, it's asking me to verify which of these objects is played by... I have no idea what they're talking about here. Okay, wait. I always get these wrong. Okay, I got it. Okay. Keep tapping that screen. We are at 11K and I have been preaching. We need to get to 20. Like, what's up? 25? I don't know. You need to like get those fingers ready. Okay, number 4, use your data, but don't obsess over it. Yes, thank you for the inspiration. Oh, I got you, Sandy. I got you. My pleasure. Okay, let's talk about numbers. Yes, data is super helpful, okay? It tells us what's working and what's not. But here's the problem. Sometimes we get stuck watching numbers instead of serving people. You look at your insights and analyze how your content is performing, then use that data to make smart moves, but don't let it run your mind. I see this happen a lot, where, Cece, good morning, where people are so sidetracked. Leslie, good morning. People are so sidetracked about, oh my God, I am stuck in the 200 views. I am stuck in the 300 views. Guys, I say this all the time. My account, good morning, babes. My account, like this account right here, it took so long to break free from the 300 views, okay? My account, like recently, like I want to say maybe three months ago or 4 months ago, my account started getting the engagement that I finally wanted it to get, okay? But I never quit on myself. I never stopped posting. I never switched my strategy because I know for a fact I was delivering what I wanted my target audience to feel, right? I was educating. I was showing up authentically me. It was just a matter of time, okay? But sometimes, like, if your content is like in the double digits, like the 30s, 80s, maybe this is, you definitely need to go back to the drawing board and see what you're doing. If you're just posting content to say that post content, that's the difference. For me, I was showing up, I was making sure I was either educating, I was storytelling, right? I was entertaining, and I would go back and I'm like, I was using trending audios, like I was taking the time to post, and my videos were good quality videos, right? So I was okay with that. That's why I ask you, a lot of people were like, oh my God, I posted this and my video barely got 300 views, but yesterday I got it. I'm like, why? Like, why? I'm like, and people focus so much on the views and on the follows. Do you realize like your post can change someone's life? Okay, believe it or not. Like I tell my mentees, if you sit down and you really analyze your content before you post, and you know you are educating and it's clear, you are storytelling and it's clear as water, you are talking about mindset, and they're gonna feel something, they're gonna relate, you're making it a relatable reel. If you are satisfied with that kind of content, go ahead and post it. It doesn't matter if it flunks, go ahead and post it. Okay, my highest views are always my controversial posts. I don't know what it is, but people are nosy. People are nosy and people love controversy. Thank you so much, Gwen, for my TikTok. People love some controversy, so I know exactly what you mean. Okay, because my cliffhanger, whenever I have a cliffhanger hook, right, in my reels, those videos, I guarantee you, go viral every single time. But I don't want to have a cliffhanger video all every single day. I don't want to, right? It's just like, I am okay with how my videos perform, right? Let's just say I had a video that went viral yesterday in the 40 or the 30,000 view, and today I had one that barely made it to 1,000. Can I say that I am okay with that? I am okay with that. But before, I used to obsess over that. If I know that I am relaying something and that's what I need you to get comfortable with, if you are comfortable enough with that piece of content, go ahead and post it. And just like, don't worry about if you're going to get any followers. Don't worry. If you're out here, Angela, good morning. If you are out here minding your business, that's all that matters. Okay? That's all that matters. Remember, we are planting seeds every day that we show up for our business, and that's what matters, okay? Your analytics are a tool, not your scoreboard, okay? I've seen people delete content because it didn't get likes. I've seen people panic because views dropped. I see people that stop posting because they think their strategy is not working because, automatically they want to post a video and they want the video to go viral. Oh, what? Thank you so much, Leslie, for my heart me. Like, who told you? Where was it written that every piece of content that you post is gonna go viral? Okay, like, perfect example. You guys know I love using example. I had a girl purchase my hook guide, right? She started with a $7 hook guide, right? She went ahead and did her own thing. She did not follow the strategy, and she had the audacity. I have actually spoken about this. She had the audacity to say that my hook guide does not work. I went in and I dissected the video that she posted, apparently using my hook guide. And I was like, here's the problem. Tell me why the following day, she went ahead and followed the hook guide, how you're supposed to follow it. And her freaking video within the first 30 minutes got 3,000 views. Hello. If I'm telling you, follow it to the T, don't be trying to do your own thing. Okay, and then try to tell me that my strategy doesn't work. Are you crazy? Are you? I have to laugh about this because this is actually funny. Okay, and now she is preaching how I am the hook queen. Well, duh. I told you from the beginning, you know what I mean? And I am not out here again being conceited. It's just that if I am telling you, follow it, just put your own personality to it. Learn how to listen. A lot of people just don't listen. I just have to throw that out there. But I love when you listen and apply. What hook guide? I missed that. Okay, Sandy. So I have a $7 hook guide, right? And then I have a $47 hook guide. It depends. So if you want to be an affiliate for my hook guide, you would have to get the $47 one, and it's 60% commission. Or if you just want to start with the $7, you can do that as well. Steph, good morning. Girl, I'm telling you, if you guys just take the time. I like to speak with proof, and I post this a lot in my stories. Every time somebody comes to me and tell me and shows me like how their content has been performing since using my hooks, that's what I love to see. So I like to show those testimonials as proof. Lorraine, good morning. Good morning. Right? I like to show that as proof. Like, again, guys, before I started charging for these guides, I was giving it away for free to test it out with people. Okay, that's what I did before I started charging for it. When I saw how valuable it was, and then people started telling me $7 is not enough. Like, but it only started as a seven hook guide, and that's why I was charging $7 for it. And then people were like, I need to resell this. So I had to go create a brand new one to be able to make it an affiliate. Okay, so maybe start with the $7 one, and if you like it, if you see how your videos perform, then you go and you become an affiliate for the higher one. Okay, so more views, more leads. Okay. So one thing that you can see it that way. I don't see it that way. I see it as more views on your content to get people comfortable with you, to get people to start asking questions. Okay. I get the amount of followers that I get on IG on a daily basis is insane. It's insane. Okay. But those people followed me for a reason. They either resonated with me, they felt something, or maybe they're looking to make money online, okay? And I don't reach out to those people. They follow me, fine, but now they're part of my community, right? Whenever I can guarantee you that whenever they are ready, or maybe see my content enough times, they're gonna start asking, okay? So that's how I want you to see it, okay? Okay, so remember, numbers don't tell the full story. You might have helped one person who didn't even comment, but they needed you. They needed to see that content, and that's why it is important, right? Use your data to adjust, not to doubt yourself, okay? Look at patterns like which content gets saved or shared. When is your audience most active? Which topics get DMs? But don't let low numbers control your mindset. That's not the data that really matters, right? Impact equals to impressions, right? Why mindset matters here. Everything always goes back to mindset. If your mindset isn't strong, every dip in likes will feel like you failed, okay? You'll delete posts. You'll stop experimenting, right? You'll start believing lies like nobody cares. And that's not true, okay? But a healthy mindset says, one post won't make or break me. My worth isn't tied to views. I'm building a long-term brand, not a short-term trend. Okay, so check your insight with curiosity, not fear. Okay, use the numbers to improve, not to judge yourself. The mindset here is about emotional detachment from the metrics and commitment to the mission. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, because one viral post won't make your business, but your mindset will if you keep the right kind of mindset, okay? Now, let's go into don't let other people's success or self-doubt stop you. This is really important because we touched a little bit on it yesterday and people were feeling it. People were absolutely feeling it, right? This one's personal for so many of us. This is where most people quit. They see someone else winning and think, why not me? Or they feel insecure and say, I'm not good enough, right? Tap away. Tell them, Odalisa, I don't know why we're not there yet. I think you might drop covers on TikTok posts, or do you feel like they're going to get as much views as IG? You think you might drop covers on TikTok? What do you mean by you drop covers on TikTok posts? What do you mean by that? I mean, do you mean like cover photos on your reels, on your post? I have cover photos on my reels on IG and also on TikTok. I just want my page to look aesthetically, so that's why I do it. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I do because I want to portray something by doing that. Okay. Let me know what you mean by that. Elaborate a little bit more. Okay, so again, you might look around and feel like everyone else is winning, and here you are still figuring things out. That is completely normal. But let me tell you something. Their success is not your failure. Their timeline is not your timeline, right? Their journey has nothing to do with your destination, okay? You don't know how long somebody grabbed. Sandy, thank you for grabbing my hook, guys. Period. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I see covers on IG than TikTok, so wondered if you were getting same traction. I don't get the same kind of views on IG than I get on TikTok. My content on IG gets like thousands of views if you go check, and my TikTok, maybe 1,000, 1,500. I don't know why. Like, I didn't really show up for my account last week, so I feel like the numbers are low. They're like in the 300s, and I'm okay with that. But I don't think it has to do with me having cover photos. You know what I mean? I just feel like the two platforms are different, and I'm okay with the way both of them perform. But I don't think it has to do with me having a cover photo. I just do it more so that people know what they're going to get. Like if somebody happens to run into my account, Sandra, good morning, and they see one of my reels and they go into my page, they can see like what I'm going to be talking in each single video. So that's why I prefer to have cover photos, if that makes sense. Okay, so again, you don't know how long they've been at it. You don't see the same sacrifices they made or the tears behind their wins. So stop comparing your day 10 to someone else's year 2. Yeah, got it. Thanks. You are most welcome. Other people's wins don't take away from yours. Okay. Remember, we always have to go back to remembering that we are planting seeds and we are watering that plant. Good morning, beautiful. Your doubt doesn't mean you're not capable. It just means you're human. It's okay and it's normal, and you're going to feel like that, okay? And I'm here to tell you that is okay, but we need to shift that mindset for you not staying paralyzed at feeling like that, right? And what about self-doubt? The little voice inside of you that says, who do you think you are? You're not good enough. Nobody's watching, right? I get it. We are all going to go through that, right? But you need to think about it, okay? Here's how we're going to shut that voice down. You need to keep showing up anyways, okay? Cassie, good morning. You need to keep showing up anyways. Post scared. Go live unsure. Launch that offer even if you're not 100% confident, because the only way to build confidence is by doing the thing over and over again until it doesn't scare you anymore, okay? Seeing you check text after live video. Will do. Thank you so much, babe. Hope you're doing good. Thank you, Chris, for my goal. I say this all the time, right? I say this very open. I've been about this, how I was petrified before I started going live, but I did not. Once I decided to take my business serious, Lisa, good morning. I would do it. I would go live, even like petrified, shaking, sweating, but I was still doing it because I knew there was opportunity there. I needed to build my tribe. I needed to build my community. And the more I did it, the comfortable I got at it, and the better I got at showing up for me and for my business. Okay. So every time you show up, despite of doubt, you're building muscle. You're building that brain muscle, okay? Dawn, good morning. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger than your fear, okay? And why does mindset matter here? Everything goes back to mindset, right? Because your thoughts, right, shape your actions. And if you let negative thoughts live in your head too long, they start to control how you show up for you. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you. Okay. The key mindset shift is this. Their success isn't proof that it's possible, right? Your doubt is a sign you're stepping into something new, and your journey is still valid, even if it looks different. So stop letting someone else's chapter 10 make you quit on your chapter 2. No, we're not going to do that. You don't know what it took for them to get there. You only need to focus on your next step. Okay, how am I going to get there? Amanda, good morning. right? And as far as for self-doubt, yeah, I got the hook guide. Let's go. But you got it, but you need to like review it and then apply what you learn, okay, that's what you need to be doing. The only way to beat it is with action. You don't need to feel ready, you just need to show up, and with every step your confidence will grow. I guarantee you that. Okay, your mindset, and just to recap everything, your mindset is the foundation of everything. You can have the best tools, the perfect content plan, and the best product, but if your mindset isn't strong, right, you'll never reach your full potential. Okay, so mindset is what keeps you going when results are slow or not there at all. It's what helps you keep loving your audience when no one's responding. It's what allows you to become the best version of you that can handle the success you're praying for. Okay, you're with a leader, period. I had Melissa grab my hook, guys. I told you guys I was going to over deliver today. I was dancing yesterday when I was writing down my notes. I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to make them feel something today," okay? So, before we wrap it up, I just want to say this. You got this, right? You're not behind. You're not too late. You're not doing it wrong. You're building something that matters. And I'm proud of you for showing up today, even if your journey doesn't look perfect yet. Okay, let's see. What you do, tell yourself when you feel defeated. I am feeling it. I could see you dancing, period. Okay. If you're showing up with heart, with service, and with confidence, you're already on your way. Keep building your empire. Keep leading with purpose. You have everything you need to win. And if you ever forget that, just come back and tell me, Jadi, I'm feeling a little discouraged. And you best believe I'm going to be standing behind you to giving you that push or that motivation that you need. Because I know a lot of us are motivated by what our accountability partner has to say, right? We easily get discouraged, but that's why I stress the fact that you need to have a community that cheers for you, that tells you, "Oh my God, Sandy, you're overthinking this. You're doing great. Just keep pushing forward." Are you going to post this on YouTube? Yeah, absolutely. I am posting this on YouTube. Yes, I am. Thank you so much, Jolie, for stopping by. I always leave the live feeling better. And I love that, Sandy. I absolutely love that. And if you missed part 1 yesterday on mindset, definitely go watch it in my YouTube channel. I will definitely be adding this one as well, because hello, this is worthy of being on YouTube. It's so good, right? So remember, mindset shift, right, isn't a one-time shift, right? It's something we work on every day. But today, I hope this live helped you feel more seen, more equipped, and more empowered to keep going, okay? This is your season. Keep planting, keep believing, and keep showing up with a mindset that says, "I'm not here to play small. I'm here to build something real and long-term." Okay, thank you so much. And remember what I said, right? I want you guys to apply. It always goes back. I want you guys to apply one of my mindset strategy. I don't care if you do daily affirmations. I don't care if you do the visualization. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Julie. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't care if you do the visualization exercise. I don't care if you decide to create a daily win journal or a growth mindset mantra. I need you to grab one of those, and I need you to go hard with it. We got to 20, period. Power when it's applied. Absolutely. I agree 1000%. And it is something that I preach about all the time. Knowledge is power. And not only is knowledge power, Simone, good morning. It also gives you the strength to continue showing up for you. Okay, it also gives you the energy, the vibes to make you unstoppable, and gives you the confidence. Okay, so definitely do it proud. Okay. And of course, I have 10 empowered affirmations. Thank you so much, Jolie. Thank you for my goals. Okay, so now the 10 powerhouse affirmations that I have for you guys. You guys ready? Are you ready? Okay. Number 1, I wasn't made to blend in. I was built to fucking disrupt and dominate. Let's go. Number 2, I speak with purpose, move with power, and claim my space like the boss I am, period. Okay? Number 3, fear doesn't live here. I chase bold moves and crush shit on a daily basis. Ooh, who is feeling it? Who is feeling it? I know I am, okay? Number 4, I don't shrink for anyone. If my light's too bright, they can look the other fucking way. Wait a minute. I felt that one because when they try to tell me I was a little too much, then bye. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue being too much and I'm okay with that, right? Number 5, I wake up every day ready to conquer, elevate, and collect what's already mine. Okay, move out my way. Okay, I had goosebumps with that one. I love it. Thank you for my role, Sandra. Right? Number 6, I am the blueprints, the standard, and the whole fucking vibe. Okay, that's me. That's me right there. I love it. Okay. Number 7, doubt me. That's cute. Watch me make it happen anyways. Okay, that one for sure is one I live by. It is most certainly one I live by. Look who is it. I know, that's what I said, Cass. Hey. Number 8, I don't hustle for crumbs. I build empires with every damn step I take. Okay? Number 9, I'm not available for lack, fear, or anything that dims my fire. Okay? And number 10, success is my blood. Power is in my voice and I'm fucking unstoppable. Wait, can you say 3 again? I got you, Melissa. I got you. Number 3. Fear doesn't live here. I chase bold moves and crush shit on the daily. Stranger danger. Just kidding. I love it. Any other one you want me to repeat? Because I have 5 more minutes left. So let me know. I got you. Because I want you guys to just, start this day with a bang. Like number 1. Okay, I got you. I wasn't made to blend in. I was built to fucking disrupt and dominate, period. I do have to say, my favorite is I don't shrink for anyone. If my light's too bright, they can look the other fucking way, period. I can't. Any other ones that you guys need for a little motivation? That's my favorite. I love it. And don't forget that if you missed yesterday's live, you can most certainly catch it. It's already on my YouTube channel. Today, give me like about 2 hours and this live is gonna be in my YouTube channel as well. Right, because it does take a little bit to download fully, but once it's downloaded, it should be there. I'm gonna say just give me at least till 11 for the live to be saved to my YouTube channel. I just feel like this live, if you just need a motivational live, I want you to go back to this live and just replay it. Okay? Wait, my Wi-Fi went out. What do you need? I got you. Are you nuts putting it on YouTube? No editing. I put it exactly how it is. No editing. Nope. Raw, just how I deliver. That's exactly how I'm adding it to my YouTube channel. I'm so sorry. Can you say number 3? I got you, babe. Don't say sorry. I got you, right? Number 3, fear doesn't live here. I chase bold moves and crush shit on the daily. Okay. But I guess it made sense. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, right? This is how I feel like I'm using this as to kind of like practice for my podcast, because I want to start a podcast, period. I want to start a podcast. So I feel like just doing it like that, raw, with the, the messiness, with me rooting for you guys or whatever it is getting me ready for that, if that makes sense, right? Yes, I'm going to check it out. I love it. Any other questions for me? Any questions? like I said, I really hope you guys found this live helpful, gave you the motivation that you need. That would be awesome. A podcast is something we could do. Absolutely. I want to do so many things, right? I want to do so many things, but podcast is most certainly like at the top of my list of things that I would love to accomplish for this year, for sure, because we don't need to be in the same area to do that. I agree with you. And you imagine a podcast, a Jadi podcast, or a cast podcast, or a entrepreneur, a mompreneur podcast. I feel fire in my veins today. Okay. That is the vibes. Yes, do it. I love it. I love it. The shits, can I just say that the shits that I am going to be talking on that podcast, and not like shit as like me talking shit about people. I don't do that. I'm just saying that the amount of shenanigans that I will be talking about, I got you. Jadi, you still, yes, I am, babe. I have the one-on-one strategies, digital strategy, mentorship calls. Jadi and Cassie podcast, period. Again, we are unstoppable. We are going to make this work, and we do this. But once again, I have about 2 minutes left. Does anybody have any questions for me? And let me just check what time my first meeting starts. Lady T, good morning. Oh my God, Lady T, you missed the live. It was so good, but don't worry. I'm going to add it to my YouTube channel so you can watch it. But let me just see what my schedule looks like for tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be freestyle. Good morning, Gerald. Good morning. Tomorrow is going to be freestyle, so bring in the questions, and I am going to deliver on any questions that you have for tomorrow. And I am going to be on at 7:30 tomorrow because my first meeting doesn't start till about 9. So like that, you guys don't feel like you need to rush. Wait, you have a, yes, I do, Taisha. It's linked in my TikTok. Like if you look where all the links are, it's you're going to see my Stan store, then you're going to see IG, and then in my YouTube channel is there. So what I've been doing, I've been saving, like when I do a teaching style live, I've been saving them. My ladies started requesting that I save it to YouTube so that they can go back and watch it again. So I just been saving the live exactly how it is on my YouTube channel. Okay. So I need to jump off. Once again, thank you so much. Give me at least 2 hours, but yesterday's live is already saved. Part 1 of Mindset is already there. So I will see you all tomorrow for 7:30. Have an amazing day and go be unstoppable, period. Bye. Love yas.